Hi, welcome back to my craft room. My name is Sue with S Creations, and I'm so glad you can join me in designing this card for today. I wanted to try the Cricut Foil Kit. I had not tried it before, so I was trying to create a project from the Cricut Design Center that would allow me to try this foiling. I thought foiling would be a pretty simple process of just putting the foil on top of the image with the transfer tape that came with the kit. I then ran it through and hit the cut, and I realized that I was off center. I didn't have it lined up correctly, so I had to do it again. I didn't take the paper out. I just reset the image on the computer and reran it back to the Cricut, and it worked really well. I had it tight from the transfer tape, so it didn't tear at all. I did use the bold tip for this, and I was using it on 80-pound cardstock. I think it was the Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. So I did do the bold, and I put the setting as default for the Cricut Explorer. That seemed to work the best, and it went relatively well. It does take time. It took a few minutes for it to do the whole image, but I was thoroughly impressed on how it was doing, and it didn't tear. And when I was done and I was unloading it and I took the transfer tape off, you can see that everything foiled beautifully. I was really happy. Now you do see that where I made the first mistake, it's up on the top, but I was able to remove that later with the mono eraser. As far as using the Prisma colored pencils on this project, I was not really happy with the way that it was coloring on there. I don't know if it was the paper or if it because it was over the foil, but I had a hard time, really hard time, blending between all the colors. I struggled, and I changed my lighting because the glare of the foil was impacting the way that I was putting the pencils on. It is really shiny foil, so when I was trying to do it under the light, it just was such a glare. But I think just using the colored pencils, it just took longer because it wasn't blending over the foil and on the paper as well as I would have wanted. I don't think I would do that again. I'd probably try maybe some, I don't even know if you can use alcohol markers because the foil will probably disintegrate. I'll have to test that. But for this project, it did take a really long time to blend each color out for all these flowers. So that was one thing that I was a little frustrated with. Overall, I like the colors that I chose for this project. I think the reds and the pinks really had a nice contrast with the gold foil. I just think I would do different paper next time and try that. But as far as the colors, I thought it came out really nice for this card. I also, for this video, I ended up coloring the rest of the basket and the leaves off camera because it did take so long to color it in. But here's what it looks like with the gold. I wanted you to see it in this light. You can see all the gold, and then in regular lighting, you can see the difference. I did cut it all out, fuzzy cut it, and then I found some foil green that I put through a 3D folder, and I wanted to put that on the white cardstock, so I used some tape that I had, and I was able to put that on to the white cardstock. And then I put some dimensional tape on the basket to kind of raise that up a little bit from the 3D embossing folder, kind of give it a little bit more dimension on the card. I did end up using a lot of 3D foam tape on this to get that basket part on there. And then after that, I had a sentiment that I had in my stock that was the perfect color, and which is called Lipstick from Gina K. And I think that came out perfect. So as far as the ease for this card, I found it to be relatively easy to do. It just was definitely time consuming because of the coloring on the foil. Overall, I found it to be easy as 1, 2, 3 for this project. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it.